are back at the menu screen now. We're going to go ahead and simulate the final week and a half left in this season. Alright, so Marcus Stroman on the mound. He will get the loss there. Fulton Evans gets a win. Looking to end the season on a good note, on a high note. Vizcaino win there. Max Fried. Looks like he got hit pretty hard that game. Julio win. Good to see there from Julio. 16-8 on the season. Believe he will have one more start. Stroman, let's see if he can get a win here to get 10 wins. And he does. So 10 wins from Stroman. Nice to see there. Fulton Evans, see if he can end the season on a high note. His last start. He does. Another win there for the Braves. Let's see if Aaron Blair can keep up his good season. And look at this. The Braves are stringing together some wins at the end of the season. Max Fried now. And he gets a loss. ERA does jump up a little bit. So Julio and Stroman, we do have as our last two pitchers. I'm going to go ahead and do something I forgot to do earlier in the season. And that is edit Stroman, because I believe he's still wearing number 6. So we'll go ahead and change his number to his number in real life, which is... Let me go ahead and Google that real quick because I'm not sure off the top of my head. He is number 6 in real life, so I lied. We're going to lose the changes that I made and leave number 6 for Stroman. So Julio, last start of the season. Let's see if he can end it on a high one. And we do get the win. Let's see if Julio got the win. 17-8 with a 2.97. What a season! Abilities and continue to be the ace of our rotation. And Marcus Stroman ends the season with a win. 11-11, 500 there from Stroman. 4.5 ERA. A little bit high there from the ERA, but that's alright. So as you can see, Freddie Freeman led the league in batting average, slugging percentage, and OPS. Let's see how many home runs he hit. Ooh, he almost beat Mookie Betts for the batting average in the entire major leagues. Rizzo had more hits there. Chris Bryant had way more at bats. Where's Freeman even on this? Where is Freeman at? All the way down here at 575. Doubles, triples, home runs. Freddie Freeman tied for the lead. Did not quite reach 50, but hit 49 home runs. RBIs. Freddie Freeman, look at that. Nobody on base in front of Freeman. He can only hit 111 RBIs, and Rizzo had 147. So that just proves how much more the Cubs are getting on base than the Braves. 66 stolen bases from Villar. It's a big number there. On base percentage, Freddie Freeman led the entire majors. Wins, let's check this out. Julio had 17, so he was up there, top 10 pitchers in the league in wins. Clayton Kershaw had 3 losses, 24-3. What a season there from Kershaw. Has to be the Cy Young. Saves, Edwin Diaz, second. That's crazy because we barely won any games. ERA there, 1.5. Where's Julio? Julio 10th in the NL. Good to see. Home runs allowed. Not too worried about that. Strikeouts. Julio. Where's Julio at? 17th. 180 strikeouts. Julio. He's not really a strikeout pitcher, so we're not too worried about that. And whip. Julio was in 7th, so good season from Julio. Freddie Freeman had a almost 9 wins above replacement. And let's go ahead and check out the awards. Clayton Kershaw. So Freddie Freeman did with the Silver Slugger, the Hank Aaron Award, and a Gold Glove at first base. So we'll go ahead and go through these awards real quick. Cy Young of the NL, Clayton Kershaw. AL, George Springer, or MVP, that rather. This isn't even Cy Young. So a pitcher wins the MVP. George Springer wins the AL MVP. Cy Young, Kershaw, and David Price, 17 and 7. So Julio's numbers were up there with David Price's. So maybe if Julio was in the AL, he would have won the Cy Young. Freddie Freeman wins the batting title. Mookie Betts, AL. Reliever of the year, Felipe Rivero and Zach Britton. Rookie of the year, Cody Bellinger and Aaron Judge. 40 home runs from Judge, 30 from Bellinger. Hank Aaron Award, Freddie Freeman and Sonny Woder. Freddie Freeman and Correa. Gold Glove pitcher. We'll just flip through these real quick. I'm not going to read them all out. Freddie Freeman gets a Gold Glove. Anything special here? Jason Hayward, former Brave, wins a Gold Glove. Silver Slugger. We'll go ahead and flip through these real quick. Let y'all see if y'all see any of y'all's favorite players. Tommy Pham. What Tommy Pham do? There he is. 280 and 36 home runs. And finally, we will go ahead and go through our lineups and see what everybody did. So, Inciarte did finish the season above 300. 302 with a 363 on-base percentage, showing that he can be a leadoff hitter for seasons to come. Haniger finished the season terribly. Almost dropped 80 points in batting average. Freddie with 334. Almost broke 50 home runs for the first time in his career. What's that on base percentage? 420. Chris Davis struggled towards the end. Did hit 30 home runs, so that's good to see there. We'll give him a little bit of time next season to see what he can do. 237 from Peterson. Tyler Flowers, 248. Dansby Swanson, 240. Good to see there. Ozzy Albies, 240 as well. That's good to see. Rio Ruiz, 260. That's nice. Kurt. Donis Garcia almost got to 300. And Camargo, 230. Julio, great season. Fulton Ewitz. Aaron Blair had the second best season as our pitcher. Medlin had a good season in relief. Bud Norris and Edwin Diaz, ERA under 2. Good season there from Edwin Diaz. And we will go ahead, Lane Adams, see what he did in the majors. 286 and 14 at bats. Carlos Franco, 1 at bat, no hits, so he didn't get much. Neither did Kazmir. Savike barely got anything. And then we will go ahead and look at the rotation. If any of these players made any appearances in the majors. Albers did have 2/3 of an inning pitched. Burgos had inning and 2/3. Ramirez had 3 innings. Sam Freeman had 3 innings. So a little bit of work there for our relievers that got called up there. So for now, I am going to go ahead and show y'all. I did simulate a little bit ahead, but I'm going to show y'all this. So let's see. Houston did win. They swept the Indians. So it's Houston and the winner of Boston, New York. What a series. Yankees versus Boston going into the final game of the series. And then you have the winner of Arizona, Chicago, and Washington and LA. So let's go ahead and let's go to calendar, and we'll switch over to Boston and see who wins this series, which is a big series. And the New York Yankees advance to the ALCS. So let's go ahead and look here. So ALCS is Houston versus New York. NLCS is Los Angeles versus Chicago. So really no surprises, no teams sneaking through the playoffs. It's going to be a team that will have had a great season and has great talent. So we're going to go ahead and pick the Cubs and follow the the reigning World Series champions through the playoffs. So win there, a loss, series split. John Lester gets a win. Jake Arrieta. Ooh, Arrieta loses. Kyle Hendricks here gets a win. So it's 3-2 Chicago. Ooh, into Game 7. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the Houston beats New York. So the winner of this Game 7 will be facing New York Yankees, or Houston actually, Houston rather, in the World Series. And it is not the reigning World Series champions. So the Dodgers defeat the Cubs and will advance to the World Series. As soon as I can find the Dodgers, here they are. We're going to go ahead and start simulating the World Series. So Clayton Kershaw gets a win. Ooh, Kershaw, Keuchel, what a battle that was. Darvish versus McCullers. Ooh, are they going to sweep the World Series? Maeda versus McHugh. McHugh gets the win there. Rich Hill. Kershaw again. Will Kershaw get the win? Ooh, Kershaw must have got beat up that game. As we go to Game 6, the Dodgers trail the Astros 3-2. And it goes to Game 7. Game 7 of the World Series. Los Angeles versus Houston. And the Dodgers win the 2017 World Series. What a season that was. As it comes to an end, this will be the end of my episode, and we will get into the off season, make some off season free agent acquisitions, maybe a couple trades, get into spring training in the next episode.